Hello and welcome to a Three's Company video on the Lord of the Rings the card game. I'm Joseph and I'm here with Buzz and we're continuing our Nightmare campaign. Are you ready for what is this, the seventh scenario?
I think it is. I am ready. We had that long pause, but it's been fun to get back questing after my move.
Yeah.
And this is a fun one. Uruk-Hai is always pretty tricky, and so good luck to us. We're going to need it.
Yep. So we let two of the hobbits get captured, Fatty and Pippin, both from my deck last time. We used the spirit versions just to be funny. But they're captured and we both have two heroes each basically. Um, let's look at our decks real quick and then we'll look at the quest and what it's offering in its Nightmare version. We're both running 3 hunters decks with 2 hunters. Tell us about yours, Buzz.
Yeah, so I just thought it would be fun to run a 3 hunters, 2 hunters, Legolas, Gimli. And so Spirit and Leadership are not the best 3 hunter spheres, but we've got just restricted cards to make it go. Elven Light and Silver Harp for a card draw for Legolas. We've got a little bit of resource acceleration. And just, pretty much what you'd expect. Um, in testing our 3 hunters, 2 hunters, you need a lot of readying. So we put even some things like Steed of the North in here for Aragorn. We found that Steward's going to go on Aragorn just to get us those extra readies that we need. And if we can get them ramped up, we're going to be good to go. But I'm going to require some pretty good luck.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bold proposition to go from 3 heroes to 2 heroes and then voluntarily take no allies besides that. I'm using the 200 300 deck as well with Theoden and Eowyn. A lot of restricteds. My biggest challenge is card draw. My only card draw is Foehammer and Open the Armory, which is pretty pathetic. I really should use some Ancient Matham as well, but I'm so tight on spirit resources. Harrowgrim is a big eater of resources, but it's really worth it because my heroes can attack for like 10 with that by the mid game. So resource management is the hard thing for me. I just hope we get a lot of those locations that give us resources.
Yeah, so we're going to require a good start. We are pretty good at getting your heroes boosted, but that stage 1 into stage 2 break is going to be tricky. So keep your eye out there.
Yeah, let's talk about the Nightmare version of the quest. The basic format of this is a 2-stage quest where we chase the orcs. We have this pursuit value that keeps going up as the game progresses, and we have to reach the in progress on the quest stage. We have to reach the number that's on the 2 Isengard cards, so it's always a changing target. The longer we go, the harder it is to catch them. But then when we catch them, it goes to stage 2 and get this boss fight with Ugluk. And then the Nightmare card, it says, set Mahur side out of play. When we go to stage 2, we add him to the fun 2. And he is another kind of typical boss, medium weight guy. But when we go to stage 2, it also brings out 2 Uruk-Hai. So that means you have a minimum of 4 enemies when we go to stage 2. And when you have a minimum of 4 enemies and you have a maximum of 5 characters to defend and kill them all, that becomes a challenge. So we really have to get our ready in set up before we go to stage 2. What else does the Nightmare version add to this quest?
Just it takes out some of the weaker weenies that you can get, so softball and counter draws, and replaces them with a more consistent. But other than that, the captives are immune to player card effects. So you could sometimes do some cheesy healing of the captives. You can't do that in Nightmare, but I'm not sure that the Nightmare deck, in terms of the encounter cards itself, makes this one that much more difficult in the same way that, say, the Shadow of the Past does. But that extra enemy as you enter into stage 2 has been kind of a pain in the tail for sure.
The locations don't, in the normal version, the locations give you a lot of bonuses. Like there's a location that lets you draw cards. There's a location that lets you get resources. In fact, I think they took, if we look at the back here, we took out 2 Estimnets. So this one we start at is the only beneficial location in the encounter deck. That usually makes up for the lack of hero, but here every location is a negative effect. We have 2 particularly bad ones. This Uruk's Trail is the worst. 6 progress points, and you have to fetch a Uruk-Hai to go to it, but you do have the option to reduce the pursuit value by 3 after you clear it, which is good. The other ones are pretty innocuous. This one, after a counter card is canceled, increase the pursuit value by 1. Cool art there. We have this Peril Surge, discard an ally or increase the pursuit value by 1. Some old-fashioned fantasy art there. Those orcs are cute. And then we have a new, to replace the Grandma, the easiest Uruk-Hai, we have this Orc with the White Hand, which basically a blank text box because it only takes effect if they kill somebody, but they do take 6 to kill. Wold of Rohan, we haven't seen this in our test games. Increase the pursuit value by 1 to place on progress here. Interesting. And there's one final, this one, Ugluk's Command. This is some bloody art here. We have a decapitation. Increase the pursuit value by 4, or Ugluk makes immediate attack against you. Not a huge
Those locations
one,
really aren't so bad for nightmare cards, but when you think that they're replacing beneficial cards,
exactly, yeah.
they are pretty bad. I can't wait for people to watch this and then think, did they actually play test games? Oh, we did. We did.
We did on this quest. We don't have an always. Let's talk about the state of our campaign real quick. We were lucky enough to take out our treachery burden from Khazad-dûm, so that's nice. So we aren't really working with that many burdens. We have this Eaten Alive, we have Gandalf's Delay, and we have Overcome by Grief, and that's all we have right now. So that's pretty good as far as campaign goes.
Yeah, not bad. My noble hero, I'm keeping attached to Furial, and so since she and Sam are going kind of on the Frodo side of the quest, that permanent boon won't be in play this time.
And
We
Fatty
did,
has the healer boon, but that's not in play right now, really.
yeah, and then we have the Gladriel's gifts boosts. We won't be using those in this quest. You really need to save those for later. So,
but there is a shadow card that makes you discard an attachment, so we can use these for that.
that's pretty much their only use, yeah. All right, let me make sure that my hand is visible.
Oh, yeah. Let's draw our hands, and then I'll be first player, so I'll take Aragorn. And then we'll read the quest. So here is my shuffle, and draw 5 because of Gandalf's Delay. Alright, I got 3 mounts, a feint, and a golden belt. Inflaw is just basic willpower because there's no effects that take characters off the quest. Steed of Interest. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. The feint is nice, but I want to save it for stage 2. Alright, that's Foehammer's good. Elven Light's good. Dagger of Westernness. It's okay. Not great. Only 1 restricted attachment, but it'll have to do. How about you?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and mulligan here and count that as my first draw because my hand was kind of stale from last game. So we've got Heir of Mardil for Ready, Unexpected Courage, Sword of Gondor, Sword That Was Broken.
That looks... There's no restrictives, but that's a kind of nice setup.
I know, I was just going to say, it's probably, honestly, about as good as it's going to get. You can get that Steward, Heir, Sword That Was Broken combination onto Aragorn on turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think I'm going to go ahead and keep it. It can get a lot worse, especially with Elven Light to do some card draw. I mean, that's a must find. So
all right,
I think I'm going to keep that.
Hope we don't get a lot of enemies turn 1.
Oh, if we do, this recording will never see the light of day. So it'll be fun.
That's right. All right. Do you want to do flavor text or game text this game.
I'll do the flavor.
All right.
So the orcs that attacked the Fellowship at Amon Hen captured several members of the company and are carrying them to Isengard. Aragorn and his companions decide to chase the Uruk-Hai in an effort to rescue their friends.
Make Estimate the active location. Add Ugluk to Isengard to the staging area. Each player chooses one non-Fellowship hero he controls via captive and place it face underneath to Isengard. We already set it up that way. Set the pursuit value at 10. So we're going to use time counters for pursuit value. So there's our time counter to estimate. After it's explored, we get a resource in each hero's resource pool. To Isengard, treat captive text box as blank. They are not under any player's control. If there are no captive players in play, we lose the game. At the end of the refresh phase, increase the pursuit value by 1. Then if it's 30 or greater, we lose the game. So we have between 10 and 30 before we lose. We can't dally too long.
And then I think we have to be at 20 or fewer to earn the boons.
All right. We want to do that. All right, we'll flip 1B.
With hope or without hope, we will follow the trail of our enemies. And woe to them if we prove the swifter.
So our target number is X. This is the pursuit value. So right now that's 10. It is possible to go forward on stage 1, but then you have 4, or on turn 1 if you quest hard enough. But then you're in a heap of trouble because you got 4 enemies. At the end of the combat phase, Ugluk cannot leave the staging area or take damage, so he's just going to sit there. He has toughness 3, making him pretty hard to kill. You got to whack him for 10 all at once. And allies cannot attack or defend, which isn't a problem for these particular decks. Into the combat phase, increase the pursuit value by 1 for each enemy in the staging area. So Ugluk sticks there forever during all through stage 1. And then this to Isengard says raise it by 1 at the end of the refresh step as well. So during this first stage, I'll be increasing by 2 every single turn. Unless there's more enemies, there'll be more. Ready?
All right, let's get this pursuit on. Oh, I drew Enduro. That's great.
Nice. I got Round Shield, which I'm tempted to put on Gimli just to help out a little bit.
I think that's fine, yeah.
I'd like to put them on my own heroes, but it's going to be. And I'm going to put this sword, this knife, Theoden is wielding a dagger of Westerness for free because we're using the 4th of 3 hunters, which reduce the cost of the first restricted attachment you play on each of your heroes each round by 1. And that's it for me.
All right, and then mine is going to be even less exciting. I'm just going to wait.
All right.
I'm tempted. Well, never mind. Never mind. All right, what are you going in for questing for?
I'm trying to think. What's the threat level of that Orc with the White Hand? The engagement cost?
28.
Okay, so if we got one this turn, Theoden, we get the +2. He'd still be 1 short of killing it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty important to clear the Eastham here.
Yeah. We only have 3 threat to start with, though. I quest for 5, that's up 3. How much are you going to quest for? 3,
So
4?
I'll come in for a Mighty 1, and then Gimli. I'm going to discard an Elven Light to ready. So if Legolas commits to the quest, I can discard a card from my hand to ready another hero. I'll choose Gimli. If the other hero is Gimli, he gets +1 willpower until the end of the phase, limit once per phase. So I'm coming in for 4.
So we're up by 7. I can drop an Elven Light to increase my willpower by 1 for Eowyn, so that's up by 8. Which means we have 5 to work with and still clear this. You think that's safe enough, or should I throw Theoden in as well?
Well, what is they gonna do otherwise?
Attack something, but you aren't going to ready Legolas, so I'm not going to be able to kill it anyway.
Yeah, I think you should just quest with him.
All right, here we go.
And then next turn we'll get set up and we can kind of clear. Oh, these guys.
So this is a pretty big guy. He takes 7 or 8 to kill, and he has Winter Field effect, which is nasty. Increase the pursuit by 3 or reveal an additional counter card. I like to increase the pursuit by 3 because who knows what you're going to drop. Sound good?
That's fine with me.
Banks
All
of
right.
Entwash. Put progress in here. We increase as well. All right, we're at 2 progress, so good thing I have Elven Light to drop to kill the Estabnet.
All right, there we go.
So you get a resource each.
And then I'll go ahead and use that resource to draw this Elven Light back and draw a card. Oh, perfect. I got a Silver Harp. That is great news.
I'll do that too. Oh, nice. I got Snowmane. Good card too. We can travel to the banks with the Entwash. There's no travel effect. And then we gotta leave this guy up here or defend him. You only have 2
Let's leave him.
right now. Yeah, I'm not eager about it, but we'll have to raise our pursuit value by 3 at the end of this round.
Okay.
That's quite a bit. But...
All right. Well, at the end of this next turn, we'll be in better shape. We can kind of consider. What is going on?
I undid something, so go ahead and push N again. Shift in.
All right.
There we
go. Okay, so Aragorn's mine. So I'm going to take 3 resources off of Gimli to reforge Ye Old Sword that was broken. And then that gives Aragorn a resource icon, or leadership resource icon, I should say, which I'll use to place Spirit of Gondor onto Aragorn. And then I can... a couple options. I'll go ahead and put Sword of Numenor onto Aragorn here.
For free?
For attack. So I've got an Heir of Mardil. I'll probably leave that for Gimli with his Dwarven Shield.
Interesting.
I've got Enduro, which I could put onto Theoden, if you think that would be helpful. Or I could put it onto Aragorn, if you think that would be more helpful. Or I could put it on Gimli, if you think that would be more helpful.
Gimli's never going to get that huge of attack. But, I don't know. We need basically 6 attack all at once to kill even the smallest enemy. Well, not 5 might do for the archers. Ooh, thank you.
And then I'm trying to think, is it... I'll probably go ahead and put the Silver Harp here, and I'll save Unexpected Courage for next turn.
Sounds good. I'll put... Snowmane is tough. There's 2 ways I can go with this deck. I can put Snowmane and Herogrim on Eowyn, and then she gets to ready, and she has like an 8 attack. Or I can put Snowmane on Theoden, but it's not restricted when it's on him, so it doesn't count towards boosting him up. But
it's nice to get those readies.
Yeah, I want the readies right away. Right now, I think putting Snowman on Theoden is the best option, because then he can quest and defend and attack. Or I could wait for your unexpected I'm presuming upon you again. But if you put unexpected courage on him next turn, then he could... I'll just put this on him. It's for free when you put it on him, because it's restricted until it goes on. And then it's not. But now I could put Herogrim on Eowyn. Or I could wait and put it on Theoden next turn. Well, he's already up to 3. No, he's not. I could put on next turn, and then he could maul anything that he defends, basically, with Andural, Dagger, and Herogrim. That'd be pretty cool. But Eowyn is languishing with no restricted attachments right now.
I think.
I think I'm not going to play it. Then I can play Elven Light again this turn and draw another card.
Okay.
So that's it for me. So I have to waffle there.
Okay. All right, so we're in for questing. So it'd be nice to get rid of this Banks of the Antwash so we only have to do its forced once.
All right.
So I'm going to come in
Don't forget,
like I did
get
last
to buff
time.
everybody because of the sword that was broken.
So yeah, exactly. So I get that, and then I'm going to discard something and exhaust the Silver Harp to pull it back to my hand to go ahead and ready Gimli. So I'm in for 6 here.
We're up by 8. That's as good as we can do, really, unless...
I could go in for 3 more with Aragorn, but that's risky.
Yeah. Oh, I have +2. I always forget to set up Theoden correctly. So I actually got 1 progress here because Theoden buffs himself, his ability.
Nice. And then 1 more from Enduro. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're up by 10. That seems close to almost good enough. If you need to,
it is what it is.
You can drop
it is what it is.
Elven Light to AO1 and get 1 more.
I could, yes.
Again, I'm presuming. Oh, the Wold. Uh-oh. This one's annoying. Rest by night, either immediately in the quest phase and increase the pursuit value by 3, or deal 1 damage to each character committed to the quest. Cannot be cancelled. Damage isn't a big deal. Speaking of, we had archery 1. I'm going to put that in A1 from last turn. Damage.
Okay.
I'm willing to take the damage.
I think we should, just to keep moving. I would agree with that. We say damage isn't a big deal until we can't get our contracts flipped and we can't heal. But
yeah. Because this way we'll make 5 progress, kill our Intwash. That'll raise this, but we get through and then we can kill this Uruk-Hai as well. I hope.
And then do you want to go ahead and travel to that Wall of Rohan as well?
Yeah. All right. Theoden can strike back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can put 3 damage on it. And I can have it engage you, and I defend and attack it, and then you could finish it off. Does that sound okay?
That sounds good to me.
Assuming I don't die. Are you willing to take maybe the archery on Legolas?
Yeah, I think that's the best.
So Theoden defending for 3. No shadow effect, so I take 1 damage, and then I exhaust Anduril to attack back for 6 because he is above my threat level. That would be 4 damage, but he's toughness 1, so it's 3.
Okay, so then I can attack for 5. So then the 2 defense and 1 toughness work for 3, 2 additional damage. Puts 5 hit points on there, and he will be summarily and mercilessly destroyed.
But I didn't get my foe hammer.
You don't need card draw.
Our pursuit value goes up by 2. Okay. I'm first player. I got golden shield. It's kind of nice. I'll put it Actually, I won't. I'll put Herogrim out first. And again, I'm having to play non-optimally to try to... let me do Elven Light first before I commit to that. Okay, Blade of Gondolin, that's good. So I can fill out all my characters this turn. I'll play this for 1. Although that would be awfully nice on Theoden, wouldn't it? How about I put
Why don't you
Herogrim
put that on Theoden and
on
then put the Blade of Gondolin on?
that on him, and that on him. So I paid 2 for Herogrim, 0 for Golden Shield, and 0 for Blade of Gondolin. I have something on everybody, and I had to pay for Elven Light, so I'm out of spirit resources. But I can flip
Okay.
at the end of the turn, and then I can get my healing online.
Did you do the Steward of Gondor this turn?
I did not.
Okay. Right, my turn. I'm going to play Unlikely Friendship, draw a card, and then I'll go ahead and put the resource onto Legolas. I will go ahead and give you an Unexpected Courage, which often is nice on Legolas, but since you're boosted, I think you can just put it on the character you think
Okay.
should take it. I really, really would like some armor, so
Oh, I'm not ready to flip. Eowyn still has 1. This golden hair isn't restricted, I'm afraid.
yeah, we're a little slow going, but even so, we're hanging in there. So,
Yeah.
right, our staging areas just got Ugluk.
Yep.
And then I'll go ahead and discard Elven Light, draw it back. Second Elven Light is not really what I needed. Willpower is expired from Sword That Was Broken, and then don't forget the buff from Sword That Was Broken on your side.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep Aragorn out. We don't need him. Or maybe, I don't think we need him. But he can always ready himself, or maybe I just throw him in anyway. Okay. Up by 12. Okay. Another one of these running Uruk-Hai. I think we gotta do the pursuit again, but it's scary.
I think so, yeah.
Can't cancel it.
No, so
And we
damage.
can't damage it because Eowyn will die.
Oh, so we got to end the quest phase.
Uh-huh. We could very well. We're gonna escape away. They're gonna escape.
Hmm.
Eh.
So that's kind of a bummer because then you don't get your ready with
That's
Snowman,
right.
huh?
Ouch. I can spend resources to do it.
Yeah, and we'll have to, I think.
Yikes. Okay. Archery 1. I'm gonna have Eowyn defend. She's defending for 6. Nothing. And then I'm gonna spend resources again, sorry, to ready him. So I can attack and kill him. And play Foehammer.
Right. And sort of Numenor is going to put a resource back on Aragorn as well.
Awesome. Oh.
On Windfall.
Oops. It's rough.
So now if my deck could do literally anything, we might be hanging in there. There is an effect in stage 2 that will lower our pursuit value if we can survive that long.
Yeah, we raise it by 2 again, so we're at 27. So anything goes wrong, we're toast at this point. Here's Aragorn for you. Where's your restricted attachments?
I have no idea. It's just getting a little laggy here. It's drawing me cards, but it's not readying my characters.
If you do like a back and then forward again, it fixes that. There we go.
Okay. Then I just don't have anything to do.
What?
Let's see. So I could discard an Elven Light to Eowyn in the planning phase and draw it back in another card. Got another blank steward. This is not great.
Put out Aramardil on Aragorn for a free ready, but
Did you get the progress from Blade of Gondolin last time?
no.
Yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I? That's the point of it.
You did. We're thinking about Gimli, but that might be a little bit.
It's okay. We're into the desperate times mode. I'll pretend like I didn't steward, and then I'll steward in the quest phase so I can ready Aragorn.
Sounds good.
After questing.
All right, I played Windfall for free. I can't play anything else. I don't need to play my Golden Belt yet because I don't have any other attachments, so I'm bringing my willpower down because I don't have Aragorn at the moment. I'm gonna, after I commit my character to the quests, I'm gonna drop Elven Light, and then I'm gonna pay for it to come back. All right, we're about 13. That's good, but it's probably not. We're dead. Well, we might survive one more round. Grishnak, another unique. Ugluk makes an immediate attack against me. I will Unexpected Courage Eowyn up. I will exhaust this shield. So I'm defending for 6. Ugluk is 5. I survive. And that's it. We make 9, 10 progress.
All right, we'll say Grishnak captures Fatty.
Fatty has 5 hit points.
All right, but we need to take him down and deal with this, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So how should we best do that?
He is attacking for 3. So Theoden can defend and attack, and then can you finish him off is the question. I can put 2 damage. Let's see, he's at 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I think I can kill him. Let's see. I have Herogrim, which is plus 5. 6, 7, 8. I have 12. So yeah, I can just grind through him.
Okay, why don't you let him engage me, just in case he gets one of those nasty shadow effects. I can continue to tank him without you being completely exhausted.
I can stern and steal them, sure.
Oh, well, in that case, he's all yours.
No archery. If it destroys a character, it does not. Then I'll Anduril, and I'll Herogrim, which gives me a ton of attack, more than 9, and that will put him in the victory display and get Fatty back. To Isengard.
So we basically, next round, have to quest to stage 2
Mm-hmm.
and then start killing enemies immediately.
Yep.
All right, sounds good.
Yikes.
I look forward to doing just exactly that.
We're at 29. 30 we lose.
Right, I got
Ooh,
a
I got
pony.
the 3 hunters.
That's nice. Man, I just can't draw any attachments.
And I'm flipping my um, contract this turn and healing right now.
Okay.
But I can't play anything because they don't have any spirit. Because Aragorn doesn't have. I need Song of Travel. Stupid, but Theoden with spirit would be nice.
Okay.
And I gotta add willpower to my characters now because the flipped contract gives me +1 willpower for each restricted attachment I have. Eowyn has 2. Plus she has 1 for Sword That Is Broken. Plus she has 1 for Windfalla. Theoden has 1, 2, 3. +1 for his own ability. +1 for Sword That Is Broken. Aragorn has 2 restricteds, right? Yep. +1 for Sword That Is Broken. Then I'm going to play 3 hunters and ready 3 characters. Let's make that Legolas gets +1 willpower, and Aragorn gets +1 willpower, and I guess Eowyn? We're up by 24.
Oh, okay.
Got a test of will?
I do actually.
Good, this is a
Now
bad one.
you
Saruman's
mention it.
orders. Each player must choose return an enemy engaged with him to the staging area or reveal on a counter card. So we just canceled 2 cards with that. That's good. And
Oh, yes.
we might still be in it. Uruk's Trail. We can just ignore that one for now. Although we should. We can't travel to it. So we get 21. That'll make us up to 28. And I'll just discard an Elven Light to Eowyn to bring us to 29. That was tight. Now let's see if we can survive. We quest successfully, so he readies. Want to do that flavor text?
All right, as the pursuers close in on them, the Uruk-Hai race toward the forest of Fangorn with redoubled speed. If the orcs reach its borders, they will escape into the woods, taking their captives with them.
Each player searches encounter deck and discard pile for Uruk-Hai enemy, reveals it, and adds it to the stationary shuffle encounter deck. And then our Nightmare card also tells us to get this unique Mahur aside into play as well. So there's the Orc of the White Hand. We haven't really seen him pop up much, but he's the least offensive, especially since we have to reveal them, and all the other guys have a nasty when revealed effect. So now we went from 1 enemy to 4. We flip over the stage. And we got
Run! There's the forest, he shouted, pointing ahead. Get to it. It's your best hope. Off you go.
a great orc voice there.
Well, you don't pay me enough for voices.
That's true. X is the pursuit value, so it's 29 right now. After enemy is defeated, reduce the pursuit value by 1. So we have to do that at least twice to stay in the game at this point. Players can't defeat the stage with Oglik is in play. The players defeat the stage. They have rescued the captive heroes, each captive hero, and won the game. Uh-oh. So we have to be careful here. After Mahur attacks, increase the pursuit value by 1. That'll lose us the game. So we have to have Orc of the White Hand attack Theoden.
Well, actually, if you look at the to Isengard card, forced, at the end of the refresh phase, increase the pursuit value by 1. Then, if the pursuit value is 30 or greater, the players lose.
Great.
So we will have a small window there.
Yeah. Okay. So Theoden could one-shot Ugluk.
Okay.
But Theoden's defense is not stellar.
I think we have to basically do that and then try to just beat it next turn.
Something like that, yeah.
Ugh, I really wish my deck were doing better.
You have 3 cards in play. No, you don't. You have a ton on Aragorn.
Yeah. Oh.
We also have a feint. I have a feint right now. That's gonna be good.
Okay, and then I have 2 defenses with
means
Gimli.
I can feint Mahur, and then he won't raise our pursuit. Sweet.
I think that's what we'll need to do.
Yeah. All optional. This guy. You want optional Orc of the White Hand, or Mahur. Then this guy will come down to me, and this guy will come to you. That's how it looks. So we're just. Oh, I'm good because I got a Sterner Than Steel. So whatever happens to Ugluk, he can't kill me.
That's great.
Awesome. So I'll play a feint on Mahur so he doesn't whack us into the 30s.
Okay.
And then I'm first player, so I'm going to teach Ugluk a lesson here. Defend, 3 defense, nothing, so I take 2 damage. Still alive. Then I whack back. Where is that? 3 hunters. Is the end of the round?
It is the end of the round.
They get +1 to every stat, so it's actually plus defense too. So I get 1 less damage. And then I have a ton of attack power. I have 3 for base, 1 for Dagger of Westerness, 1 for Anduril, that's 5. And then I have +5 willpower. So that's a total of 7 willpower. So that's 12 attack. That'll kill him instantly using Anduril.
Yeah, not to mention the 1. And then actually 2 additional from your 3 hunters.
And then Eowyn can defend Orc of the White Hand. She's defending for 6. Exhausted character. That kind of stinks. I don't have any armor or anything to cancel that with. Okay. All right. And you.
Okay, so then
and I take the pursuit down by 1 for killing Ugluk.
All right, so I'm going to defend the Orc of the White Hand with Gimli. Ready him with the Armored Destrier. Discard a non-objective attachment you control. I'll discard the Phial of Galadriel. And then technically I'll discard the Shadow card with the Armored Destrier's effect. And then because the Shadow card was triggered, I'm going to exhaust Round Shield to give him +2 defense. He'll therefore take no damage. I'll clear out these shadow cards just for cleanness. All right, and then we are attacking back.
Yeah.
So I've got 4 attack ranged on Legolas.
Okay. Mahur takes 7. We can't quite do that, can we?
I don't. Let's see. So 4.
Well, 3 hunters buffed. Oh, you're already counting that, aren't you? Are you?
Yes, okay. I am, but I could spend a resource off Gimli when he defends to ready Legolas and give him an additional +1.
Then he would have 5 plus Gimli's 2. You could kill Mahur. You wouldn't have to worry about his
pursuit
let's
value.
Do that. We're
So
going a
I'll
little
move
bit
him
out of
to
order. It's
the victory
technically my
display.
turn. I'm gonna ready both of the. Let's see. I'm gonna trigger Steward of Gondor. I'm supposed to go before you, which triggers Heir of Mardil. Readies him. I'll spend 2 to ready Theoden, and then I can attack for more than 6 and kill that orc with the white hand. Reduce it again.
Hmm.
And you killed your guy.
Okay. So I killed one guy.
So I killed 2. You killed 1. We were at 29, so we should be at 26 now. Right?
Okay.
And then we raise it by 1. Whew.
All right.
I'm gonna move Aragorn back to you.
So I got a couple choices here. I've got 1 spirit resource, which I can save for test of will.
I just
Or
drew a circlet I can put on you, and that'll fulfill your
I was just going to say, or my other
objectives.
choice is to buy a silver circlet for myself. But if you don't have a test of will,
I don't.
I will happily take your silver circlet,
Yeah.
and then that would let me flip and then get the 2 willpower, which is probably going to be just as critical. So, okay, so I'll wait and I'll quest with Aragorn, because we got to try to quest out as much as we can, right?
Yeah, I think the best case scenario is we put probably 15. Well, we could put a lot on. 15 or 20 on here. We travel here, kill 2 more enemies, reduce it by 3 from this Uruk's trail, and then quest out next turn. That's my expectation. But if we get a treachery that raises it by 3, we're dead right now, so that would suck.
Well, I got a test of will.
One of them can't be canceled, but we can damage people. Okay, I think we have a good chance.
Okay, so I've got to go up 2 here for silver circlet. Recalculate Aragorn's willpower, because I think he's just put 1 now. It's like GPS recalculating.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll quest here. I'll quest here. I will. Silver Harp to ready Gimli. Gives him additional willpower. We'll quest Aragorn, and then we will trigger Steward and Heir of Mardil to ready him.
21 progress right now.
Oh, that's me, huh?
Yeah. Either assign 3 damage on character control or reveal additional counter card. Ouch.
I know it's not good.
But better than revealing another counter card. And our last card.
Okay. Oh, a softball.
Nice. Plains of Rohan X the number of locations stage generates only 2. Okay, should we just play it safe and not take a 3rd enemy? I'll just take this guy, you kill that guy. We go to the Plains of Rohan and we just get out of dodge. We really want the can we get to Eisen? Oh, we gotta put progress down first. We get 17 progress. I really want those boons. You think we can do that?
Okay, so if we travel to the Uruk's Trail, we get a 3rd enemy. That would give our pursuit value a total of -6.
Right.
At the end of next turn, which would give us to 21, not counting for the 122. So if we get 2 more enemies next turn, or camp around if we're feeling a little bit more confident in our board position.
It's going to be hard because we have 17 progress here now, so we can't overquest.
We've got a buffer of 10, and if we're not trying to clear through...
Yeah. So to travel here, we have to find a non-unique enemy and add it, so we can get one of those guys that has a win revealed effect.
Okay, and then you have a shadow cancel too, so I think taking that guy should be fine. The risk here is we have to replay the quest. versus we don't get the boons.
Right.
So, should we take an Orc of the White Hand, or are you going to get one of these Isengard Uruks?
I think Orc with the White Hand is better. It's easier. I was trying.
Yeah, the archery is really going to stack up because we have 2 archery to deal with as well.
Right.
And I don't have any healing, so I might be having you put them on AON, sadly.
Yeah, that's fine. So he's up there. I can insta-kill one with Theoden. And then I can defend one with A1. And then if you ready me again, I can attack something that I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attack on my second attack with Theoden.
I'll probably have a ranged.
Okay. So, but I can't take both of them. So I can Theoden defend and kill one of them for you.
Well, okay, we'll see. Okay, let's see what we can do. So I have 2. Let me defend with Gimli. Let me spend a resource to ready Legolas and give him an attack. Let me ready Gimli with the Armored Destrier, which gets rid of the shadow card of the enemy not attacking me. And now let me look at the shadow card. Attacking enemy gets +1, but just kidding. I'm going to use the round shield.
+2.
So that's going to give me 4 against his 4. No damage. Perfect. So actually the +1
it helped.
backfired.
Noob.
Okay, and so now at this point, let's think about it again.
Let
this Orc of the White Hand
attack, defend the Orc with the White Hand and kill it, right?
Okay, so we can do that, is what I'm saying, or do you want to do that to your Isengard Uruk?
Well, Aowen's sitting here on 8 defense.
Okay.
Seems a pity not to use her.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I'll defend for you.
Okay.
So I can kill him.
Okay.
He has no shadow, so I know I can get no damage. I can strike back. He takes 6 to kill, so I have to trigger Herogrim. And he's dead. And then AON defends, triggers Golden Shield, defending for 8, no shadow. All good.
Okay, and then I want to reduce our pursuit value by 1 for that Orc.
Yeah.
Okay, and so then I've got to do 6 to kill this guy, which I can do between Aragorn and Gimli. And so then that takes him out. And then I've got 4 attack I can throw your way.
If you ready Theoden with 2 resources, then we have enough.
Excellent.
Killed.
Okay, and then in the refresh phase, I'm going to flip my contract. Oh my goodness. What turn is it? All right. Oh, and there's King Under the Mountain. Not a moment too soon. All right, what? There we go.
So, to win, we have to clear this Uruk's Trail, which will put it down to 21, and kill an enemy. And that'll get it to 20. And we have to get exactly 20 on Rescue the Captives as well, or we have to go through another round and kill more enemies. One way to do that is Blade of Gondolin. We could undercut by a little bit, and then we can use the response. We can choose the order of response. We can do the quest response by reducing the pursuit value, and then do the Blade of Gondolin response. To, if we don't travel, we can drop the last progress we need and get it very precise.
Okay.
But it's going to be hard questing correctly.
Or we can just sit here another turn.
Yep. But we have to clear this Uruk's Trail to get the -3.
Yes.
This is so tense.
This is very tricky. Okay. So I think I'm going to just skip my planning. Uh,
Putting a golden belt
no,
and a blade of gondolin out.
I said that, but I'm actually not going to do it. I'm going to put down an ancient Matham, save one for test of will.
Sweet.
I need to probably draw some long knives or something. Literally anything.
All right, we don't really have any way to change our willpower numbers beyond Aowen. Is that correct?
I think that's correct.
So we're trusting to luck. Should we count on 4 or 5 threat coming up? It could be anywhere from 10 to 0.
So we got 2 in the staging area. So we have 8. What is Aragorn doing currently?
I think he has 5.
And you are questing with him?
Uh, apparently.
Did you store him and air him back up? I guess.
Not yet. I don't know why all this stuff is wonky, but yeah.
So you could do 5. Oh, Legolas and Gimli no longer have those boosts.
I need to send Eowyn because she is our flexibility.
Okay.
So we're up by
So how many is
12
that
right
total?
now. We're up by 12 with just my characters. If we go that
Okay.
much,
Let's.
that's 6 and 6. That'll put us
Yeah,
too
I think that's
far.
what we have to do. I think that's what we have to do. You could also not go with Aragorn, and I could go in for Legolas, which would be 2 fewer.
Right. That might be good. If you go in with Legolas, what does it look like? 10. I like that, I think. But that's still. Yeah, let's try that.
I'll Silver Circlet, and then you can ready Eowyn.
Silver
Or
Circle.
not Silver Circlet, Silver Harp, excuse me.
Ready Eowyn.
Yeah, because I'm not questing with Gimli, so normally I end up
Oh, I
readying
see.
Gimli. I could choose any hero for the effect, she just won't get the kicker.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. It says each character. So that's -1 for both of us. And oh crap. We need to cancel this.
I do have
And
one.
it's you and it's peril. It works. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. This is cool. So we get 8 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The problem is we don't have any enemies to kill. But we reduce the
Yeah.
pursuit by 3. But now we have to increase it by 1, so we need 2 enemies next turn. But I draw 3 cards. I like that. Thank you. Travel to planes?
You might as well.
I don't know if we can do this.
We'll see. We don't have a threat issue. But yeah, I think it's just getting where we can't do it. I think you're right.
If we get 2 enemies, we could do it, but we have to quest precisely again.
Yeah. So I'm going to put Calabrian Stone on Aragorn. Just let's see. Does that work? Yep. Oh, I think I had Legolas's willpower wrong last turn.
Oh, if the pursuit value is 25 or lower. Idiots.
Well, and here's the thing, which is a very anticlimactic, but I forgot I flipped the contract, so Legolas should have 2 more willpower than he did.
Oops.
So we should have 2 more progress, which would put us at 21.
Which means
Oh,
we
we're
won
still
by
not,
accident because
which
that
means we won by 10.
very convenient.
Womp, womp, womp. This this is ridiculous. I know our viewers didn't see our practice games, but our decks did worse this game than ever. But this is the first match that we've won.
That's how it goes sometimes. Yeah, yours is the card draw issue is so tricky with this.
The Yeah, I just couldn't get the attachments rolling. But your deck basically did as designed.
Thanks for Enduro. That was huge.
Yeah, I guess I did boost you, which is often as much as it takes. I'm kind of playing an inverse version of your Hobbit control deck, just sending the control out around the table. This deck is, I mean, this quest is so weird to plan for because the 2 hero thing makes it so wonky.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to beat off 4 or 5 enemies at stage 2 with only our 5 characters. Feel pretty good about that.
It was pretty fun, and then to get the Orc's Trail to drop down the pursuit
Yeah.
value right at the right way. And a little anticlimactic end, so I apologize for miscalculating my willpower, but I think we had this well in hand.
We did. All right, resolution. If the pursuit value is 25 or lower, not 20, the players must choose. Either each player earns one of the skill boons, Intimidation, Hands of Healer for Wonder Leader of Men, and attaches to hero controls, or one player earns the boon Beyond All Hope and chooses a hero from the list of fallen heroes. That would go on Falco Boffin, which is probably not my
Beyond all hope, Falco. That's so funny.
Falco the White. That
So
player
I deleted these, and so let me spawn them here real quick.
if a player controls more than 3 non.
What's the other one called? Leader of Men.
Leader of Men is good. Hands of Healer, Intimidation, Forewarned, or Leader of Men.
These are all pretty good.
They are.
I'm going to move them up there into your kind of your engagement zone for everybody to be able to take a peek at them.
So Fatty is in play. Is he in play?
He is in play, yeah. Treat each captive's text box as blank. Captives are in play, but are not under any player's control.
So I kind of want to send Fatty with Frodo, which is thematically broken, but
Oh, that's okay. And it says we have to attach it to a hero we control. Although, I'm happy to play rules as written.
we don't control these. They never come back to us in the game,
Yeah.
do they? That's stupid. That means I can't put it on Fatty. That's dumb.
So I would. So we have a couple of decent choices. I think Leader of Men on Eowyn is very nice.
Yeah.
I think Intimidation on Theoden is very nice.
Especially if he hangs out with Anduril. Right now, Aragorn doesn't have the warrior trait, so we can't give it to him. That's pretty cool, too.
We could do Forewarned on Aragorn.
Yeah.
So I think well, my opinion, Leader of Men and Intimidation are the 2 choices, and we either need to put Leader of Men on Eowyn or on Legolas. Although, if I ever switch away from the spirit versions of these for the Helm's Deep quest,
Right.
then that's going to be kind of a bummer. So I think Leader of Men on Eowyn makes the most consistent sense, but Intimidation, Theoden, and Durrell is very strong.
Remember that Leader of Men, once we get to Helm's Deep, we aren't going to be questing successfully very often.
It's true. But we will in the future quests.
So, where was Aragorn when we won? I think he was under my control.
He was. So you're first player. So you get to basically just.
So you couldn't choose Aragorn as a target for one of these.
No, that's correct.
Hands of Healer's out because Fatty is the only healer and he's not in play. Under my control, at least. Intimidation on Theoden would be awfully cool, but only if he's boosted up. I'll likely play
Yeah,
Theoden again through the rest of this campaign, so I think that's worth it.
I think it is because then I would have to put it on Gimli, my only warrior.
All right, that's no good.
So let's put Leader of Men on Legolas.
That's weird. So, yeah, it's not optimal, is it?
The last alliance of elves and men. The leader of men.
All right, well, who knows how many mistakes we made in there, but we got through it, and it was tricky at the end there, more tricky than it really should. We tried to make it trickier than it should have been. But that was fun. Thanks for watching if you made it this far in the video. This Nightmare campaign has been a good challenge. And what do we got next? Isengard, right? No. Helm's Deep.
Helm's Deep, I think.
Yikes, that'll be fun to build for.
What do you think? Should we play more than 5 characters or not?
We should. That would be a different sort of challenge. All right, let's end it there. Thanks for watching. See you at Helm's Deep.